What's up, everyone? Gio here from LGND Supply Co. And today I have LGND2 that I'm going to be showcasing for you guys. So to start off, we have the Maryland Performance Diesel S369 budget kit, which of course comes with all of the intercooler piping, which we had powder coated pearl white to match the truck. And then of course the S369 SXE Turbo. To the left here we have the No Limit Fabrication Billet oil catch can, which is the cherry on top for all engine bays. So if you guys haven't heard of No Limit Fabrication, please check them out. And of course, grab yourself one of those catch cans because they are beautiful. All the lights are done by Legends Off-Road Performance, and they are all color matched pearl white, platinum white UG to match the truck. We have removed all of the amber LEDs, so the side LED is white. The mirrors were painted white and smooth as well. So every single piece of matte black plastic that comes on these trucks has been completely smoothed out. For instance, the side badges, which are, if you can get a close look at those, pretty much glass. And same thing with the mirrors. Mirrors have switchbacks in them, so you don't have those ugly amber lights anymore, and they're still legal because they light up white, and then when you signal, they turn amber. Tail lights were done in a tint with the UG platinum white border. All emblems were color matched UG as well, and we left the chrome just to give that chrome accent that everybody loves. Complete bumper plastics were painted to match the whole truck, of course, even the trailer hitch and the license plate lights. Now if you look underneath, you can see where the detail comes in. So Pmf Suspension, that is pretty much the only suspension products that we will use on Fords. And right here you can see the Pmf Suspension diff cover, King 2.5 shocks, the Pmf Resi Clamps, which are, in my opinion, the best looking and best quality Resi clamps in the industry. Everything's powder coated pearl white, not just white. We wanted a master truck, so everything's pearl white with a candy teal secondary color. Axles are powder coated, so we completely gutted them and powder coated them, then completely reassembled them to factory specs. So everything is done correct. We didn't just take the axles off and paint them and call it a day and throw them back in. That's not how we like to do things here. So everything under this truck is color matched, powder coated, not painted. And then back to Pmf Suspension, if you come to the front, you can see most of the Pmf products on this truck. So we have the Pmf 3-link arms, which are pretty much the same thing as stock as far as geometry. You can go with 3-link or you can go with 4-link. We go with the 3-link, and they only go up to about a 7-inch lift, and this is a 7-inch lift. So in my opinion, the 3-link looks the best, so we went with the 3-link. It just looks cleaner. So we have the 3-link, we have the Pmf coilover conversion, which we have the billet one just because it's an inch lower than the factory, or sorry, than the normal coilover conversion kit, which means that basically this truck is, if we use the factory or the normal Pmf suspension coilover conversion, it would be an inch taller than what it is right now. We wanted it to sit at 7-inch, so we use the billet mount, and also it's a little bit less visible. So it's a subtle touch, but it's there. Then we have the Pmf Suspension coil top Resi mounts, which instead of, normally they're mounted on the side over here, you can pretty much mount them wherever you want. We wanted them right above the tire to, you know, fill that wheel well a little bit more. And when you do a coilover conversion on these trucks, normally people will do just the coilovers. We wanted to do a secondary shock as well, so we did the King coilovers with the King 2.5 shock with the Resi on the side of it just to fill that wheel well. And then if you look a little bit closer, you can see the rock lights, which are hiding. So we have 3 in every wheel well, and then we have a bunch underneath the truck, so there are no dark spots on this truck. There are a total of 28 efficient lighting supply rock lights on this truck. White only, not RGB. We figure white is the cleanest way to go on trucks, so we have 28 white efficient lighting supply rock lights on this truck, and at night this truck lights up like you wouldn't believe. Pmf track bar drop, which you can see right here, adjustable. All the bars in the front, which are powder coated candy teal, are also adjustable bars from Pmf Suspension. And then of course we have the King, actually you might have to get under here to see that. We have the King steering stabilizer mounts with the King, with the Pmf Suspension mount, which bolts right to the axle. It's a complete bolt-on kit. Everything from Pmf Suspension is pretty much complete bolt-on, which I love. There's no welding, and I didn't show you the traction bar. traction bars, again, no welding, complete bolt on. So the front mounts are bolted on, the rear mounts are bolted on, and like I said, Pmf suspension is the way to go. Cleanest setup in my opinion. Traction bars paired up with the 3-link arms is just beautiful. And then back to the powder coat. Since we're down here, you can see that the steps are white as well. We had those powder coated. We do not paint steps. Obviously, you're stepping on these things every day. These steps have been powder coated for quite a while, and they are still nice pearl white in color. Trust me, you don't want to paint steps. Powder coat's the way to go. It's just a matter of finding the right color. 26x14 American Force wheels. These aren't just regular flat face wheels, these are concaves. So we have the 26x14 Peak SFCC with the spike lug nuts, and to top that we have the Fury 35 13.5 26 tires. And we went with these tires only because they used to have the 12.5-inch wide tires only for 26s, and the 13.5s are definitely the way to go. They just fill that wheel. You don't want too much stretch on these. To the front end again, we have the Morimoto fog lights color matched, Valance is color matched. Like I said before, every single piece of black plastic that comes on these trucks is color matched on here. The grill, we had the back of the grill color matched, not the front. It would be too much white in my opinion if we did the front. Emblem again, color matched. So pretty much everything on this truck that came stock black is now white, including the axles. We did the U-joints as well. So if you get under here, you can literally see the U-joints are white. Those are powder coated, not painted. Pmf braided brake lines. I mean, everything on this truck has been touched, and that's the only way that we do it. If you get a picture of the side right here, you can see how wide this thing is. The reason for that is not just the wheels. They are 26x14 concaves with a -90 offset, which is pretty wide, but those would not be sticking out that far if it was not for shifted industry spacers. They're the strongest spacers in the industry, the only spacers that we'll use. So on this truck we have 2.5-inch spacers, and that's the reason that this thing sits so wide. And being this high, we want to basically make it proportional. So we wanted to have those 2.5-inch spacers just to make it look like it should. You know, you don't want it to be too high and have the tires underneath the truck. It just doesn't look right. Now onto the interior. Actually, before we get there, I forgot. This thing has R1 Concepts drilled and slotted rotors along with R1 Concepts pads. They are powder coated white, and the calipers are powder coated candy teal as well. The calipers were done the correct way. They were completely disassembled and then reassembled with brand new OEM components. So all the seals, all the pistons and the calipers, everything was replaced. That's the only way to do it. Like I said, we don't paint anything underneath the truck. Everything on the truck we paint, everything underneath the truck, powder coat. Now go to the inside. This is a limited, not a platinum. Limited, you get two options. You could do the tan with brown interior, and that's what we went with just because it's a little bit more luxurious, in my opinion. But you can get this, the limiteds in black or the tan and brown. So we went with the tan and brown, and honestly, it's one of the most gorgeous interiors you can get in the new style trucks. It's almost like the F250s. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Again, you go to the back seats. Don't forget this truck has massage seats and heated back seats. The attention to detail on these interiors is just crazy. But I mean, that's pretty much all the big stuff on this truck. If you want it, you can win it. All you need to do is go to LGND2.com. Every $5 equals one entry. You can win this truck or $50,000 cash. All you need to do is click the link below, get entered,